Hi there, and welcome back to Marcus's educational videos. Today I want to talk about cleansing and detoxing the intestines. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it, probably don't understand it very much other than getting toxins out of the body, and I'm sure you don't understand exactly how that works. So I want to describe to you exactly what's happening, get around any of the hype and the hearsay and such, and tell you exactly what's happening with detoxing and how you can do it effectively. So to understand detoxing, you have to know what we're detoxing. Okay, lots of people will say heavy metals, lots of people will say toxins, but the truth is, what we're detoxing is three types of microorganisms. Each of them can be killed a separate way, and those three types are gram-negative bacteria, gram-positive bacteria, and Candida fungus/yeast. So let's start off with just talking about bacteria really quick, a big overview. And what we have is gram-positive bacteria. It's a type that's designated by gram staining results, and it includes the probiotics, positive beneficial bacteria, as well as some harmful bacteria that are also the same type, gram-positive. So the thing is, by taking probiotics, what you're doing is you are crowding out the bad gram-positive bacteria, and you're also just increasing the amount of gram-positive bacteria, which crowds out gram-negative bacteria. Everybody agrees that gram-negative bacteria are bad. So taking a probiotic can be beneficial, but I will propose to you that it is not the best way, and there's also actually better ways to go about it. So anyway, let's talk about the gram-negative. So that is E. coli primarily. Everybody knows E. coli inhabits the gut. Also, there's pathogenic E. coli. Everybody knows that. But we really want to get rid of all gram-negative bacteria. All right, and I told you one way, which is probiotics, which helps. Another way to get well, let me just tell you what's bad about gram-negative. First of all, they don't provide a beneficial role in the body, and when they die, they release something called endotoxin, which causes a lot of problems in the body. It releases cytokines. It can make the blood sticky, as some people have shown. So cytokines are like inflammation, and so it's just all around not good for you, these endotoxins. Can hurt the heart, definitely, for sure, and other parts of the body. So also with these endotoxins, viruses can attach to the endotoxins and ride into the body, and that if you ever get like a fever with the flu, body aches, headache, things like that, that is from the virus, the flu virus, riding on these endotoxins into the body and infecting you. And that is one of their primary modes of infection, is through the intestines on these endotoxins from gram-negative bacteria. So obviously we want to get rid of these gram-negative bacteria. Studies have been done where they do, and the mice that no longer have these bacteria can basically not be infected by a lot of different types of viruses. Things like polio, things like just a bunch of different types of viruses they tested. And also the flu. The flu uses the intestines as a major mode of infection, according to my own personal research. And so killing these gram-negative bacteria, preventing these endotoxins from being in the body, will in fact prevent you from getting the flu. It's a great natural flu shot, if you will. So the way to kill these gram-negative bacteria are to dry them out. That's just a physical property of the bacteria. That's why we don't have many gram-negative bacteria on the skin or on surfaces, is because they die when they dry out. So what we can do is use things that will dry them out, such as diatomaceous earth, food grade obviously, or bentonite clay, and I'll write these in the description of the video. So you take these, and they just kill the gram-negative bacteria. They leave gram-positive beneficial bacteria alone, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's a great way to go about it. And it will cause a detox reaction. Oh, and you want to take about 1 tablespoon. You might want to start slower than that, but you want to work up to 1 tablespoon diatomaceous earth or bentonite clay. And you will feel a detox reaction if you do that. You will feel what's known as a Herxheimer reaction. Healing crisis, as some people say. It will be flu-like symptoms, headache, body aches, maybe a little bit of a fever, maybe a little bit of chills. But this can be entirely prevented. All you need to do is take 1 tablespoon of activated charcoal along with the diatomaceous earth or bentonite clay, and you will experience absolutely no detox reaction. The reason for that is the activated charcoal binds onto these dead bacteria endotoxins and prevents them from being absorbed in the body. So no more detox reaction, no more Herxheimer reaction. It just won't happen. Now, so now that we have gram-positive, gram-negative bacteria taken care of, in my opinion, the next step we need to do is actually kill the gram-positive bacteria. Now, this is also simple to do, and I believe a lot more people actually kill gram-positive bacteria than actually know that they're killing it. If you've ever taken a supplement called Tribulus terrestis or any other supplements that have saponins, you are gaining any positive effects by actually killing gram-positive bacteria. So, gram-positive bacteria are also not the best things to be in the body. I mean, they are beneficial bacteria, but it's just no bacteria is beneficial, and it's been shown in studies that even these bacteria will, have cytokines released in the body, which downregulates your luteinizing hormone, which also downregulates your estrogen if you're a woman or your testosterone if you're a man. So it's just not good to have bacteria in the body. Now, in some cases it will be better to have bacteria than none, to have probiotics than no bacteria. And the reason for that is because when you don't have any bacteria in your intestines, you are susceptible to salmonella, food poisoning from bacteria, just because there's no bacteria in there to prevent the salmonella from gaining attachment and colonization space. But if you're keeping the bacteria levels low with Tribulus terrestis or another saponin, you just don't have to worry, because any salmonella or pathogenic gram-positive bacteria will just be killed from the saponins that you're taking regularly. So you'll be absolutely fine. You don't need any bacteria in the intestines. You'll be way better off without it. When I used to have bacteria in my intestines, my testosterone was like 260, and I started using diatomaceous earth, and then for a couple years, killing all the gram-positive, and I felt better. I didn't get any flu, for actually it's probably been 3 years now. I have not gotten a flu since I started taking diatomaceous earth. And then about 6 months ago, I started taking Tribulus terrestis, a good amount of it. So I've been pretty much bacteria free for at least 6 months. Haven't gotten a flu. Also got my testosterone checked. It was 260 before, which is pretty low. Now it's over 1,500. It was off the charts. So definitely boosted my testosterone a lot, and so that's a great thing. And so to kill these gram-positive, you just take saponins, and that's another thing I want to talk about is just the bacteria. Gram-positive are susceptible to soaps, and saponins are all natural soaps. They're in foods that we eat, and they're totally safe, and they're in herbs. So if you take a high saponin herb, you're going to kill these gram-positive bacteria. So now that we have gram-negative and gram-positive killed, pretty exciting, because there's pretty much no humans that have done that. And there's so many positive benefits. No flu, increased estrogen if you're a woman, increased testosterone if you're a male. I mean, the sky's the limit with this. It's huge. Okay, now, but there's one more aspect of detoxing, cleansing that you want to take care of, and that's candida. I'm sure if you found this video, you've heard of candida. It's a huge fad and that stuff. But yeah, it's real, and we want to kill it. Easiest way to do it. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, anti-candida diet." Yeah, that's great. We'll talk about blood sugar later, and that's definitely good to do. But you just want to kill it, and you just want to be like, okay, is there anything that kills candida? Yeah, there is. So let's just go with that, and for now, and let's just kill it instead of having to worry about crazy diets. And how even if you're eating a crazy diet, you're not going to kill the candida. You might suppress it a little bit, but it's still there. So let's kill it, okay? And the way to kill it is with iodine. That's the best way, and you definitely want a real iodine. Let me show you this. This is Lugol's solution, 7%. So it's got elemental iodine and potassium iodide, and it's very concentrated. It will kill candida great. So you're just going to want to do, I think it has 1.5 mgs of iodine per drop. So you're not going to want to go over 15 drops, I would recommend, or 15 mgs, I would recommend. So you're going to want to do, what is that, 10 drops max. They say start off with 1 drop. I'm all for that. Let's just do, a little bit of that in water. Kill candida, and yeah, we're great. And other great things to help out with all 3 of these pathogens are garlic, definitely a good one. Hydrogen peroxide, you just need to really do your research if you want to take hydrogen peroxide so you know exactly how to take it. Definitely want to be on an empty stomach, because you don't want that hydrogen peroxide to oxidize your food, which is bad. Okay, so you definitely want to take hydrogen peroxide on an empty stomach if you do take it. So those are a bunch of stuff. Just wrap up with those. It's diatomaceous earth, bentonite clay. Those are both for gram-negative. Tribulus terrestis is for gram-positive. And we have iodine for candida. And then also hydrogen peroxide and garlic will kill all of them as well. So those are good things to take just all the time, just keep all that bacteria dead in your intestines, nothing going on in your intestines anymore, and now your body's free to produce tons of great sex hormones to make you feel good and to just improve the quality of your life. And so that is it with cleansing the intestines, and that will prevent food poisoning, it will prevent flu, it will prevent a whole host of things. You will still get colds now and then, like I'm still getting over right now. Maybe some sinus stuff, just that type of stuff, and really lungs. The lungs definitely need to be protected, and I'm working on ways to take care of that. And then the nasopharynx area. Nasopharynx area actually can be dealt really well with these nasal rinses, neti pot type stuff, the salt packets that they give that you can find, like Neil Med or Neil MD. That's great. You can put a few drops of food grade hydrogen peroxide in your nasal wash, and that will definitely help to kill any junk that's in your nasopharynx area and throat. And the final frontier will be the lungs, to how we can protect them. One good way is garlic. Garlic can definitely kill bacteria and such in the lungs. So I think we learned a lot today about detoxing, and basically what detoxing is, and that is getting rid of these microorganisms. Not many people know that that's exactly what detoxing is. As far as chelating heavy metals and such, not really going to happen from the intestines. You're going to have to do some type of IV chelation or whatnot for that. So, when we're talking about intestinal cleansing and detoxing, this is exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about, well, at least moving the BMs, bowel movements through. That's one. But in reality, really what detoxing is killing gram-negative bacteria, gram-positive bacteria, and candida. Those are the three big players, and I gave you ways to do that. And yeah, there's going to be tons of benefits for you to do that. Any questions, let me know. Post comments. Ask me questions. I've been researching health for a long time now. I have a bachelor's in nutrition, and I have a lot of lab experience in biology. So I want to answer your questions. I want to help you out. I've read thousands of papers on health. All right, so all of the stuff that I'm talking about has been substantiated by research. I make sure that I don't believe something unless it's proven, either in the research or I do actual experimentation rigorously on myself to figure out exactly what it is doing. So ask me questions, ask me for my sources, whatever, and I want to help you get in better health. Thanks so much. Marcus signing off.